Hello guys, welcome back to a new video and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a grounding yoga class for you which focuses on the breath and becoming one with your body and your soul and with nature. So let's start in a seated position. Maybe close your eyes, place your hands on your knees and take a moment to breathe here. Then we're gonna start with some seated cat and cow movements. So on an inhale, arch your back, and on an exhale, round through your spine. It's the same like the cat and cow when you're in a tabletop pose, but then in a seated position. So you can focus more on your chest and your hips here. And next we're gonna make circles to the left side with our whole upper body. So the shoulders, the back, your stomach, your hips, everything joins in a circle. And then we continue going to the right side. Also don't forget your head and your neck, waking up the whole spine and the whole body. And slowly we're gonna transition into a child's pose. This pose is really grounding because you can completely focus inward on yourself. Maybe close your eyes and relax deep into the pose, just being with your thoughts and yourself. Slowly coming back up, coming into a puppy pose, extending your hands to the top of the mat, gazing forward, feeling a deep stretch in your shoulders, sinking your heart to the mat, to the ground. This pose is also called melting heart. Then we're gonna flow from a child's pose into a high cobra. So this is amazing for the spine to get some flowy movement in, and because we're staying low to the ground, it feels very grounding and connecting to Mother Earth. So from a child's pose, you bend your elbows and you flow upwards to your upward facing dog or a high cobra. And we're gonna continue this for a couple of times. Amazing. Then we're sending the hips up to our first downward facing dog of the day. Walk it out with your legs, with your shoulders. And then we're looking to the top of the mat. We're transitioning into our plank pose. And back to the downward facing dog. Also repeating this flow a couple of times. We're really pressing into the palms of your hands and the toes. Stay connected with the floor. And to stretch out the shoulders and strengthen the core in the plank pose. Good job, guys. And we're gonna step our right leg in between our hands. Lift yourself up to a high lunge. And we're gonna interlace the fingers over our heads, looking up. Gentle back bend. Then you interlace the fingers behind your back and you bend forward. Slowly coming back up again to your high lunge. Planting the hands next to the feet. Step it back to your plank pose, and we're doing the same on the other side. So left leg in between the hands. Coming up. Interlacing the fingers over your head for a gentle back bend. Then interlace the fingers behind your back, folding forward. Amazing. Coming into your high lunge. From your high lunge, transition into a low side lunge to the left and the right side. And then coming into a one-legged forward fold. So one knee is bent, the other one is straight. On an inhale, you bring your hands up, and on an exhale, you fold forward. So you fold over your one leg. Your nose reaches over your knee. Your hands reach for your foot. And remember here that your spine is still elongated and as straight as possible. Don't hang lazy in the back, but really straighten that spine. Slowly walking our hands up, doing the same with the other leg. Inhale, hands go up, exhale, forward fold. Take a moment here, reconnect with your breath. Every exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper into the pose. And try to embrace the stretch that your body is experiencing at the moment. Slowly walking your hands back up. Coming into a one-legged child's pose. So same principle, but your leg is extended to the side right now. And your hands are to the top of the mat, which gives you a nice stretch in the shoulders. Taking deep inhalations here and deep exhalations. And we're switching to the other side, so your other leg is extended to the side. And sink back down into your one-legged child's pose. And slowly coming out of the child's pose. Bring the knees back together and walking yourself to a forward fold. Standing forward fold. Hold it here for a couple of seconds, maybe pulsing up and down. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, you're coming up with your head as last. On an inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, coming into a forward fold and into your chair pose. Your tailbone is tucked in and your spine is straight. You twist to the left side, your left elbow comes over your right knee, and then you open up your arms for a twisted chair pose. Going back to the center, inhale, hands go up to standing position. Exhale, back to your chair pose, same on the other side. So your right elbow comes over your left knee. Inhale, open up with the hands. Exhale, going back to your chair pose. Planting the hands back on the mat. Lowering down to a reclining hero pose. Your knees are bent and you can either take a back bend, stay on your elbows, or completely lower down to laying on your back. This is a very good stretch for the quads and a gentle back bend. Facing your palms upwards. Taking time to reconnect with yourself here and to reconnect with your breath. Very good. And slowly you're lifting yourself back up. And we're coming into a supine twist. So bring your knees into your chest and flip both knees to the left side. Your right arm is extended to the right side and you look to the right. for a nice twist in your back. Bring the knees back to the center, hugging them into your chest maybe once more, and flipping over to the right side. This time your left arm is extended and you look to the left. Really connecting with the earth here, with the ground. Feel the yoga mat underneath you. Feel the power of the nature rising through you, giving you some more energy to get you through the day. Yes, slowly bring your knees back into your chest. And we're coming into a preparation pose for the bridge. This is a very grounding and easy and calm pose. Make sure your shoulders are flat on the floor and your hips are rotated up a little bit. Your knees are bent and your back is straight. So your whole spine is laying flat on the floor. Then we're grabbing our big toes, knees are bent for the happy baby pose. Happy baby pose, rocking side to side. Don't forget to smile in the happy baby. It's a funny but nice and relaxing pose. Then slowly rolling up, coming into a seated position. I go into the easy pose, which is on top of my knees. And I'm gonna do some neck rolls. So first bring your chin to your chest and rolling to the right side. Focusing on your breath here. And then switch over to the left side. Making nice big circles. Then we're gonna interlace our hands, our fingers behind our head for a neck stretch. So you grab your head and you kind of tilt your head down. Your chin is on your chest and you feel a nice stretch in your neck and upper shoulders. Amazing. Releasing the pose. Coming into a child's pose with your hands in a prayer pose. This one is also a good shoulder opener and a nice way to end the session in a child's pose. Maybe taking the time here to reflect on how your body feels. Reflect on the day, or maybe set an intention for the day ahead of you. What are some goals you want to pursue today? And how do you want to feel during the day? Do you want to feel grounded like you do now? Do you want to feel calm, energetic? Take that intention with you through the rest of the day. And know you can always come back to the mat and set that intention for yourself again. Slowly coming up to a seated position, placing your hands on your lap or on top of your knees, taking one more deep breath here. Inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the practice and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.